All right. Looks like Casual is finally live, so guess it's time to start talking. This is the, I guess you could call it the first round of the losers bracket in our Utan percent tournament. This will be Casual Speedrun versus z3thros. And Casual Speedrun unfortunately lost to Stack of Cheeseburgers by 10 seconds in his game. And then Matthew kind of just joined the tournament, without having practiced the game at all. So he, was unprepared for his match against Chrissy, but we'll see if he's practiced, enough to give Casual a run for his money here. Casual is, someone who really loves this game and does not have a ton of experience with speedrunning it per se, but has put some work in. So, if I were to give one of these racers the edge, it would definitely be Casual. But, like I said, we'll see how much Matthew has practiced. We'll see how close it gets, because a lot of our races have been really, really close. Like I said, Casual Speedrun's race against Stack of Cheeseburgers came down to 10 seconds. And then my race against Ryushan came down to 20 seconds. So it'd be cool if we got another really close game like that this time. But we'll see. But yeah, whoever wins this will go off to face against Ryushan in the losers bracket. And also, whoever wins this game has a long hill to climb still, because this is the bottom of the losers bracket. We are talking like, most players have to win like 5 games in order to win it from the losers bracket. We're starting here, and including this one, they have to win 7. I did the math out, so yeah, it's going to be an uphill climb for both of these guys, but, they're still in it. They got a chip and a share. So it all starts here, winning this one. We'll see who comes out on top. Looks like we're almost ready to go here. It's just up to them when they want to start their timers. I guess I really was pulling for my boy Kaz to take it against Stack of Cheeseburgers, so I was really disappointed he lost by 10 seconds. So, I will fully admit I am slightly biased towards him to want to win this and make a run back into the tournament. So, but I'll try to be as unbiased as I can, given my obvious bias. I'll do my best. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where it's like, people who really, really like it will speedrun it. And there's a couple of people like that, and we've found 9 of them for this tournament. So it's a fun game. I feel like, it's a good speedrunning game, The only thing is it's a little repetitive, but that makes it more fun for me at least, because you get to really focus on playing your situation and playing the random nature of the game. I feel like it's a good speedrunning game personally, but it's also not a game that everyone has heard about. But people who have heard about it, have really fond memories of it because it is a, you know, very charming game at the same time. The atmosphere is really, really unique. Okay, they're both hovering over start. They might be almost ready here. It's definitely similar. It's the same in the sense of the random nature of the dungeons. I mean, you know, it's the same in the sense that it's just random dungeons being randomly generated. Oh, oh my God! Wait. Oh no! Oh no! Freaking Kaz. He was hovered over continue instead of start. Oh, I don't think there's even like any way that we can like start his timer when he actually hits start. So he's just gonna be down like several seconds going into this. I mean, I hope that's not too devastating, but it looks like we have started. We're now 30 seconds in. So as always, you start by naming your character. You name Toan, or Tone, as literally everybody in the world calls him. Originally, his name was Torin, because like the game's supposed to have a Middle Eastern vibe, and they mixed the Torah and the Quran. I mean, I don't know if I'll go through all my trivia again, but since we have a bigger audience on Speed Gaming 1, but there's one, I guess. But yeah, basically this first part is the same every time, which is nice. It's nice that you know, you only have to mash through about like a minute and 40 seconds, and then you're just right into the dungeon. You know, with Dark Cloud 2, you have to sit through like 5 minutes of like opening cutscenes before you get into the first dungeon. But this game, no, just minute 40, boom, you're in the first dungeon, which is really nice. And then, like, if you speedrun this game enough, you like get used to like how you get good at this first section, essentially. Oh, Cordelia. Welcome, man. We got to get you in on the next Dark Cloud tournament, whenever it happens. If it ever happens. Hopefully it will. Because this has been really fun so far. I mean, we're only like halfway through. Oh, but yeah, we are also racing to Utan, which is the second boss. Just because, like, it takes about 2 hours, so that's 2 hours and, like, some change, you know, to get through Utan, so it's a pretty decent race length. Yeah, definitely thank Word of Wind and Chrissy. I just was like, okay, yeah, I want to do this when they asked me. But it was all them. They freaking organized this, and, you know, it definitely was a good idea. But alright, so for this first dungeon floor, we are just, we do not care about Atla, which is something that Casual Speedrun is blatantly disregarding by opening some Atla. But all the Atla on this floor, oh, and the Atla, I guess I should mention, we're going through these dungeons, and we're collecting these magical orbs called Atla, and we're putting them into our Atlamilia, which is our little stone that's on our left glove. And it's a magical stone, and you collect all the Atlamilia, or you collect all the Atla, put them in your Atlamilia, and then you use them to rebuild the town. So, there's 8 Atla on the first floor, and 7 of them are for Macho's house. And we do not build Macho's house. So, what you typically are supposed to do is you just disregard all the Atla on floor 1, and there is one that you might need. There's one that's just random. But, like, you know, you just kind of hope that that one's not one that you need, because it's one, and you're like, opening an Atla takes about like 5 seconds, 6 seconds. So like, you know, it's worth it to, you know, skip all the Atla, you know, and just hope that the one Atla that is random is one that you don't need. Oh yeah, and Word of Wind actually sets the world record for this category yesterday. I mean, if anyone was gonna do it, it would be him. And I was like, someone's gonna get it this run. Like this run, like this category has not been raced that much. So I was like, yeah, someone's gonna do it, and it's probably gonna be Word. And yeah, he got the world record yesterday. I mean, which, you know, it's notable and it's very impressive. But it's kind of like I was not at all surprised. 156, I think, which is crazy. All right, so despite opening all the Atlo on floor 1, Casual is now in the lead. So I guess we'll switch to him to see how his audio holds up. And Matthew is still stuck on floor 1. He kind of had a really bad layout there. Like, he did not open up much of the Atla at all. Or any, it doesn't look like. But he just had to explore the entire floor, which is just unfortunate. Kaz definitely had a better layout for floor 1. So you might be wondering, it just said on Casual's side, like, his abs are full. What does that mean? Does that mean that he really had a good workout and now he's got a 6-pack? No, it means ab stands for ability something. I don't know. It's like weapon experience. It's a really weird acronym. I don't get it at all. But okay, so we've got weapon here on Kaz's side. Let's see what it is. Shamshir. Best weapon he could have picked up from a random chest. There's you know, a bunch of random weapons that you can pick up from random chests in the random dungeons and stuff. And Shamshir is really, really, really nice because it has a very good attack, and it's really good against stuff like statues, which are normally a huge pain. It's probably the best weapon that you can pick up outside of, like, sometimes there's a clown that pops out of a big chest. And sometimes, like, if you open the big box, he'll give you a, like, weapon that's even better, but that's, like, you know, a percentage of a percentage of a percentage that you get that. So outside of that, the Shamshir is the best. It's not Shasmir? Nah, it may have been supposed to. I don't know. Did they misspell it in the game? Is Shasmir actually a weapon? Or have I been reading it wrong my entire life? Is my life a lie? I don't know. I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to look that up right now. Freaking, have I been reading it wrong my entire life? No, it's Shamshir. Shasmir sounds right. It does look vaguely like an Indian weapon. And Shasmir sounds Indian. But it is actually Shamshir? Okay. I got gaslighted. I was like, wait. Okay, so we got supplies for casual speedrun. So, and Matthew just picked up my house. So for this first section, all we're trying to do is we're trying to complete my house, which is Tone's house, and that's where you get your first party member, who's a magical cat who is given sentience by someone we'll see soon. But you need to complete my house, and you also really want to complete Gaffer's buggy, to the point where it's pretty much required. Like, technically, it would be possible to skip Gaffer's buggy, but he has so much good stuff. He has Duran's feathers, which allow you to run way faster. He has repair powders, he has bread, he has water, he has so much stuff that it's like required, like in every, you know, by all intents, he's required to get. So they're looking for my house, and they're looking for Gaffer's buggy, and they're also looking for Pike, who is Paige's dad. And you put him in Paige's house, and then when you do, he helps Gaffer to get his full inventory, and that allows Gaffer to have Dran's feathers and all that good stuff. If you don't put Pike down, then you're kind of screwed because he doesn't have Dran's feathers, and Dran's feathers are the thing that you really, really want. Are the maps and drops identical for both runners? No. So it is. There's no like seed generator yet. I think someone's working on one, but no, it's we're just playing the base game, and it's just random for both players, and you know, whoever gets the better luck. Not even necessarily whoever gets the better luck wins, because a lot of the race does come down to execution. You know, if you're good at menuing, if you know what you're doing, and if you can play your situation well, like so far, like, you know, like that has been a huge factor so far, you know, like more than just luck, like execution is a huge part of this game. Hey, Glitched. Good to see you. Thanks for the good luck to the racers. I'll telepathically pass that on to our racers here. But yeah, we're just playing the base game here, and we're just racing to the second boss, and you know, whatever items that they happen to pick up along the way through these random dungeons are just what they got to work with, and they got to play their situation based on that. Me personally, I'm like, I don't even really think a seed generator would be that. And we could try it, you know, see if it's that interesting. But like all the dungeons are like the same anyway, you know, like with a game like Majora's Mask or something, like if you're doing a randomizer, like having a seed generator is like, okay, that makes sense, because okay, do I go to like the swamp first, or do I go to the mountains first, or you know, it's like that kind of like thinking is like interesting. But with this game, it's kind of just like, I don't know, the only decisions you really have to make are like, do I go left or right, you know, or like, do I open this Atla or do I open this chest first and then do the other thing? So for me, it's like I could take or leave the seed generator, honestly. But it would be interesting to try out for sure. And it seems like it's in the works, so I mean, we may as well. I gotta pay more attention to these to these races. So looks like Kaz is on floor 3. I haven't really been paying too much close attention to what all the Atla they've been picking up, because you pretty much need everything. Like, you need chimney, upstairs storage, keg, my house, Renee, who is Toad's mom, llama, freaking Gaffer's buggy, supplies, sign, odd Gaffer. That's already 10, and they're all unique. You know, you're not going to find multiples of those. So, like, there's just so much stuff that you need on this first half of this first dungeon that it's kind of just like, you know, you should track it if you're running it, but for me, it's like, we'll find out. We'll find out when they have everything, because they'll start putting it down. It's just too much to keep track of. I will be keeping track of it for for the later parts. But okay, it looks like Kaz is on to floor 4. But has to leave the dungeon prematurely. And you can leave the dungeon whenever you need to. And when you leave the dungeon, you can go visit the mayor. And he's kind of like your backup guy. You know, like, if you've run out of stuff that you need, like, as you're traversing through the dungeon, you can run to the mayor and he'll restock you on your basic essentials like repair powder, bread, water, antidotes, just basic stuff that you're gonna need, you know, like, because if you don't have any repair powders, you're screwed. So thank God the mayor's there at least. Once you get Gaffer's Bucky, he's just like, you know, I can't be babying you forever. I'm not your dad, Tone. You gotta go spend money now. And it's like, all right, we gotta grow up. You know, it's kind of like one of those like early lessons you get in childhood of like, wait, but I want free stuff. And it's like, nope. Life isn't about free stuff. You gotta make money. It's like very real. Okay, Kaz is upgrading his... Wait a minute. Does he realize he has Shamshir? Why isn't he equipping Shamshir? Because, like, he should have just probably broken his dagger, like, on purpose, and then just used Shamshir for the rest of the dungeon, right? Does he have Shamshir equipped? He was using it earlier? Oh, yeah, he has it equipped. Okay, I'm tripping. I don't know why you... I guess he just really wanted to, like, have a backup so he wouldn't have to leave the dungeon again. Okay, it's just... Me, personally, I wouldn't bother repairing the dagger again, but, you know, I get it. Yeah, he just wanted to... Like, in case he runs out of repair powders again, like, he wants to make sure his dagger is fully repaired. Okay, so on floor 4, Kaz is facing off against a Master Jacket, who is just a skeleton soldier with a swag jacket, you know, skeleton soldier with a fashion sense. And he's stronger. We have to duel him. We have to do a quick time event. And he got Topaz. I tell you what, Casual, he's got the luck. This is a great start for Kaz right now. He's got Shamshir, which is the best weapon that you could get outside of the clown. He's got Topaz, which is an attack gem. He's set. He's set, man. He's got a really, really good start going here. And, you know, I'm ashamed to admit it, I haven't been watching Matthew too closely here. You know, my bias is exposing itself even more here. Like, I've just kind of been glued on Kaz's side of the screen. But also, Matthew hasn't really had too much to talk about. Like, it looks like he's just got his base dagger. Hasn't really lucked out on any weapons chest so far. He is on floor 4, though, so he is keeping time. He is keeping pace. And he has his... it's really smart that he put his antidote amulet on. Like, that's, like... You know, even experienced runners of this game will still get poisoned from time to time just by running into bats while diagonally running. So having that antidote amulet on is, like, a good move and also a good bit of luck that he managed to pick that up. Okay, and he managed to ace the duel as well, so he'll get a gem here too. And he got an Aquamarine, so that's unfortunate. I mean, Aquamarine is nice for, like, building up weapons. Like, it has Marine on it, you know, anti-sea, which is good for some weapons, but we're not building up anything in this run. In this run, all we care about is attack. Just attack, attack, attack. That's all we care about. And Aquamarine does not have its own. He got another Shamshir. Oh my god. Dude, Kaz is just, you know, piling on the luck on top. Like, he doesn't even need another Shamshir. I guess, like, if his first Shamshir breaks, then he has another Shamshir as backup. So, wow. this is something right now. We're watching, like, you know, one of the best seeds that you can get early game. But somehow, Matthew is still keeping pace. Like, somehow, because I have not been watching. But yeah, and he's even equipping... I feel like Matthew has really practiced this game. Because, like, he's doing the right stuff. You know, he hasn't been getting good luck, but he's doing the right stuff. Because he's putting on his Aquamarine, and he's even switching to ice. And there's a lot of enemies in this dungeon that are weak to ice. So, no, he's doing the right stuff. He's got his antidote amulet on. Like, no, Matthew's doing good. You know, it's just... like, I was about to say, it's just he's been getting screwed on luck, but also, he's freaking tied with Kaz, despite the freaking crazy luck. So, you know, I mean, there's nothing really to say except these guys are tied right now. I feel like it will probably, like, you know, amplify as we get further and further along. The fact that Kaz has 2 Shamshears, I feel like that will come into play, like, especially as we're, like, because floor 5 has a bunch of statues, and statues are really tough to deal with if you don't have a good weapon like a Shamshear. So Matthew's going to probably have to skip them and then like just hope that they don't have the Trans Crest. Or just get the Trans Crest from something else. And then floor 6 is where you really get tested on if you have a good weapon or not. Because floor 6 has statues, and it also has mimics, which are, you know, chest monsters. You know what a mimic is. They're in all sorts of games, but like they're especially prominent in this game. That they're one of the most notable enemies, and they're really tough to deal with if all you have is the dagger. So I feel like floor 6 is probably when we're gonna start seeing Kaz pulling ahead here. Broken weapons are permanently lost, yes, except for the default weapon. So for Toan, the default weapon is the dagger. And if you break your dagger, then it deals 1 damage until you repair it. But every other weapon will be gone if you break it, which is kind of brutal. So, like, if you're really working on a good weapon, like late game, you know, in a casual playthrough, you know, and you're just like, okay, I've got like Big Bang, you know, for Toan or something. And you're like, I really love this weapon. All it takes is one attack at the wrong time to just erase all that progress. And you either have to reload your save or just, you know, cry. Because you broke your weapon and it's gone. So, yeah, I mean, definitely brought out a lot of tears in children who were playing this game, I can imagine. To say the least, that mechanic. But it's also, you know, when you're speedrunning it, it also adds a lot of tension as well. So yeah, Kaz is now on floor 6. Mimics can drop Dran's Feathers, so it's definitely worth waiting around to see if they drop Dran's Feathers, because that would definitely speed up his traversal. And yeah, Matthew has to leave the dungeon, repair his dagger. He has not gotten any weapons, which is unfortunate. He's just left with his base dagger. I will say I'm really impressed with his play so far. I feel like he has put in a lot of practice. Because he's doing all the right stuff, it's just he's been getting screwed. So. And I feel like we're going to see Kaz like a full level ahead here. Oh, wow. Wait. Oh, Matt had to leave the dungeon mid-floor, looks like. Yeah, he didn't even finish floor 5. That's even worse. I guess he probably, yeah, he just like broke his dagger or like ran really low on it and was just like, I've got to leave because I can't defeat any more enemies, you know, which is sometimes what you got to do. So yeah, we are already seeing Kaz off to a full floor lead on the basis of his 2 Shamshears. Oh no, oh no. Matt, don't die, don't die. He's got bread, he's good. That was a close one though. Dying really sucks. Like if he died again after having to re-enter the floor, like he'd be cooked, man. He's in a really do or die situation right now. Oh, and Kaz even got a Dran's Feather from a Mimic. I didn't even see that. But yeah, he got a Dragon's Feather from him. Kaz is just like, you know what? No holds barred. You know, I am winning this. I don't care if I have to abuse the crap out of the luck in this game. I am winning this race. And it's like, hats off, you know. It is an elimination match, you know. This is an elimination match. Whoever loses this is going to be knocked out of the tournament, so. Cannot be pulling any punches, for sure. So Kaz is already off to floor 7, and floor 7 is a limited zone, which means you are limited to the weapon that you currently have equipped. You cannot change off of it. And also, when you defeat enemies, you gain negative experience for that weapon. So, kind of brutal. And there's a lot of random... this one's set. This particular one is set to always be on floor 7. But past this point, they just pop up randomly. So it's kind of like... That's another aspect that you just kind of got to play around, you know? Kaz already dropping the lol. We'll see if that's like a I messed up kind of lol. Or maybe it's just because he got a Dragon's Feather from a Mimic, which is already just really, really lucky. He's doing good on Atla, looks like, also. Oh, but he's good. And he's dead! Yeah, he messed up. Okay, it shouldn't cost him the race or anything here. I mean, frickin' Matt had to re-enter the dungeon level on floor 5, so. But honestly, you know, tactical death. He got gooed, right? He got gooed. You know, and if you get gooed and you don't have a soap, then you're just running around at a frickin' snail's pace. So no, it was a tactical death right there. He wanted to, you know, have the chance to leave the dungeon. So he could put down all this stuff. I don't know if he can quite complete Gaffer's Buggy yet. I think he can. Well, no, he doesn't have Pike. Yeah, he doesn't have Pike. So it would be a wrong move to complete Gaffer's Buggy right now. Yeah, within seconds, he was like, I'm good, I'm just gonna die. Yeah, I'd rather be dead than be good. Makes a lot of sense. Alright. Matt is having to deal with a statue with nothing but a dagger +2, which is a real feels bad moment. Oh yeah, Word has a Dark Cloud Enhanced mod, which I haven't tried because it does have like it's like too good. it like has the ability to switch elements like just with one click or something. And in my thinking, like I'm a runner, so I don't want to get used to that, you know. But if you're just playing this game casually, I would highly recommend that mod. Because it definitely makes it a lot easier to just navigate all the kind of nonsensically programmed aspects of this game, like having to freaking open the menu and go to your weapons and then go to the elements tab just to change elements, which you have to do a lot. Yeah, I think you can also play as Seda or something. Or something cool like that. Yeah, Word is an OG. I mean, he just got the world record in this category. And any percent. The only categories he doesn't have world record in are any percent glitchless and like the long ones. The like really, really long ones. Like true 100%. Which only Close to War has ever tried. Hey, Mike. I'll pass along your good luck as well, telepathically. It's really working for Kaz. Like, glitched good luck definitely was for Kaz earlier. Evidently. Oh, man. It hurts to watch Matthew right now. Oh, but he got a Drance Feather. Okay. He got a Drance Feather from a Mimic. That's honestly really rare. It's crazy that both runners have gotten Drance Feathers from Mimics. That's really unusual, but he does have one now. But the problem is, what's it going to do now? Is he willing to break his dagger? No, he's not. Not even. No, he's going to leave. I get it. I feel like you got to just break your dagger at that point, though. Oh, yeah. And we are now at Seda, also known as Discount Sephiroth. He is a cool character. I don't want to put Discount before his name, but nah. We find out more about him in the final area of this game. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil this 25-year-old game or whatever it is. Another Topaz, double Shamshir, double Topaz. Man, Kaz is set. He could put 2 Topazes on 2 Shamshirs if he wanted. I don't know why he would. You may as well just put 2 Topazes on the same Shamshir. But he could. He has the ability. Which is something. Yeah, Matthew's really struggling now. Just off the fact that he did not get a freaking Shamshir is really what it is. Like, if he got a Shamshir, he might have been, like, tied with Kaz. Or not even a Shamshir, really. Like, a freaking Gladius. A freaking... Like, anything, really. Like, a kitchen knife. Like, he would probably be on floor 7 also. I mean, I guess I should mention that, like, during that cutscene just now, Discount Sephiroth basically was just like, aha, you are the boy with the stone. You know, like, that stone on your wrist, I want it, give it to me. You know, and then he, like, gets possessed by some, like, entity that we are not sure about. We assume it's the Dark Genie, but we're not sure also because the Dark Genie is out there doing stuff. So it's like, huh? And then you find out later in the game. That's not spoilers, that's just what the cutscene was. But obviously we skip through it because it's a speedrun. Looks like Kaz has to go back and find more Atla, which, you know, happens. Especially on floor 1. Like, if Pike or something is on floor 1, that would just be like, you know, bad luck. Oh, he found Pike, though. Okay. I think he's done. I think I saw earlier that all he needed was Pike. Lucky floor 7 for Matthew. Yeah, it looks like it. So he's still in this. He's still in this. If he can pick up, like, a bandit slingshot and, like, not even need a weapon for tone, that'd be pretty nice. Okay, so Kaz is now putting together Gaffer's Buggy, and like I said, Gaffer's Buggy is stacked. It has everything that you could possibly need, that you can buy, you know, beyond, or besides like really, really powerful stuff like Paradots, you know, which you can only buy from the very final dungeon. But besides that, it's like, you don't need any other shops once you've got Gaffer's Buggy. It's like, you're good. It has bombs, it has Dran's feathers, it has revival powders, anything that money can buy, save for a few like really powerful late game items. Yeah, this was gacha before gacha existed. This was 2000 gacha for 11-year-olds that were playing this game for the first time. They got their early dose of mobile game gambling. Sure. We can look at it like that. But okay, so throughout the dungeon, we have been seeing this little cat, this little stray cat, and it has now wandered its way into our house. Earlier in the cutscene, it was there, and we saved it from Discount Sephiroth. And her name is Ayao. Just all vowels. I do like that. It just Ayao. No, her name is actually Xiao, which means little in Chinese. And we rescued this little stray cat, and then Discount Sephiroth gave us a magical potion earlier for some reason, which we now use on this this little kitty. Floats up in the air. Some magical fairy dust rotates around her, and she becomes a cat girl. You know, as of course we have a cat girl in this game. Why wouldn't we? You know, what you were expecting there not to be a cat girl? What's wrong with you? But yeah, now this cat made sentient now just hugs our leg and joins our party, and now we can use her. And she has a slingshot that is very, very powerful and fires rapidly. So she's basically our main for the rest of the game once we get a weapon for her. Yeah, it was a magic anime potion. Alright, and Kaz is gonna do some shopping. You really don't need any fishing bait or back floor keys. May as well sell his second Shamshir, honestly. And I guess since we're doing this category, yeah, he doesn't need any attachments. I do like how he was considering selling his Shamshir for a second, and he was like, I might need it. I don't know. I better not. It's like fair. Oh, is he gonna? Yeah, he is. Okay. Which is, yeah, I probably would too. Like, honestly, you know, just to get some extra stuff. It just feels bad, like, selling such a good weapon. But yeah, bombs are really nice because they can one-hit kill anything. Just anything. Up until, like, the 4th dungeon. And even then, only certain monsters. You know, like, most things in the game, it can one-hit kill. Around halfway done with the tournament. Dang. Time flies. Okay, the question is, does Matthew have everything he needs in terms of Atla? Looks like he has my house done. Does he have Pike and Gaffer's Buggy complete? We will see. Names it Sextuple A. Sure, why not? I don't know why I said it. Name's her. the little kitty. But okay, Kaz is now on to the second half of the dungeon. And I guess I should also mention that our little kitty friend has the ability to jump over chasms, little gaps that only she can do because, you know, she's agile. She's a cat. A cat with legs. So she can do that. And now I am going to need to track what Atla Kaz has picked up, because there's only 5 things he needs. Dran's Windmill, Dran's Bone, Dran's Horn, Torch, and Sign. Those 5 things are all he's looking for. There are other things that are kind of like useful, like semi-useful, like Hag's House, Page if you want more storage, like in your inventory, which he definitely doesn't in a short category like this. But like Hag's House and Laura's House give you power-up powders, which would still be kind of nice for even this category. Because if you level up your weapon to level 5, then you can status break it, which means you turn it into an attachment, which has 60% of all the stats on the weapon. And then you can put that attachment on another weapon. And that is really, really powerful, as it sounds. Because it's 60% of a weapon on another weapon. So it's like, what's not to like? Normally you would need to level that up by defeating monsters, but there is a item in the game called a power-up powder, and that allows you to gain a level on a weapon instantly. Yeah, but if it breaks, if you break your weapon, then your synth sphere, your status broken weapon, is gone as well. So that's a real feel bad moment. So if you're a speedrunner of this game, you just gotta know, like, I cannot break my weapon ever for any reason. Unless it's like a bone rapier that I don't need. And I just want to break it on purpose because I don't want to repair it. Besides that, you never break weapons, ever. If you do, it's like GG. Ooh, and Matthew had to go back to floor 1, looks like. In search of probably like Pike. Which is a real feels bad. As I mentioned earlier, floor 1 has 8 Atla, and 7 of them are guaranteed to be stuff you do not need. Because the programmers probably wanted you to complete Macho's house first, just as a little tutorial house to like get you used to the Atla. So 7 of the 8 are things that you do not need, things from Macho's house, or stuff like trees, stuff like roads that you just don't need for the freaking speedrun at all. So he's just searching for that 8th Atla. Oh, and he got, let's see. Kaz got Torch. Gotta mark that down. So that's one of the 5. But, yeah. I guess z3thros found whatever he was looking for. And, he found that, 8th Atla that is actually something that he could need. Yeah, Dran is a hard boss. Like, not even cap, I guess. Like, no cap, he's a hard boss. There is a town percent category, actually. It's just, it has been, like, changed throughout the years because, I don't know, we needed a new category for stuff, and, like, basically town percent now is just any percent with glitches allowed, but only specific ones, only broken dagger, pretty much. It's kind of strange. If you want like actual true town percent, then I guess 100% glitchless is the closest one you're gonna get. Mm-hmm. Every 30-second difference lowers town pretty score by 1. In Dark Cloud 2, there's a system where there's like a what is it even called? Like freaking pollen or something, like spelled weird, or like it matters how pretty your town is. It doesn't matter at all in this game. Okay, Kaz got a stamina drink. That's really nice. That's going to help with Duran. I guess stamina is a state where you deal more damage and you take less damage. And stamina drinks put you in that state. Oh my god, and Matthew got a pearl from Zeta, really? Wow, Matthew is really having a hard time right now. Just not even like, you know, because he doesn't know this run that well. No, he's just getting screwed on weapons and on gems. Like a aquamarine and a pearl is not what he wants right now. He would much rather have 2 topazes, for example, just to name something he could have, you know, that in an alternate dimension some other runner might have at this very moment. You know, 2 topazes would be much better. But nonetheless, Matthew is still only 1 floor behind, which is, you know, not as bad as it could be. I may have missed some, but I think Kaz only has Torch so far. And he is opting to open up all the Atla, which, you know, you can make the YOLO gamble of just like, I want to freaking skip the Atla and just hope it's stuff that I don't need. But also it's a race setting, so he just wants to play it safe, you know, and just, I don't want to have to revisit any floors. No, I'm just opening all the Atla. I should be ahead. I've got 2 Shamshears and 2 Topazes. Like, I don't need to take risks. Which is fair enough. So he did also open a weapons chest just now. What he was really hoping from that would be like something like a bandit slingshot. A bandit slingshot is like the golden chalice of Dark Cloud speedrunning. It's like freaking, that's what you're hoping for. That's what you want. It is just so good. It is the best weapon in the game in terms of like where you find it. Because like you can find it as early as floor 9 of this dungeon, and it has 30 attack, which is enough to pretty much one-hit kill anything that you run into, except for like dragons. Like, it's just, the bottom line is it's just really, really good. So that's what both runners are hoping for right now. Like, if Matthew finds it and Kaz doesn't, we've got a race on our hands again. Like, it's that good to find it. Another first drop for z3thros? No, not for z3thros, for Matt, I guess? Or z3thros and Matt are the same guy. For Kaz, you mean? That's really nice to have on the Shao limited zone. I guess I should also mention that there are other types of limited zones beyond the one where you're limited to just one weapon. There's ones where you're limited to just one character. And that was one that Kaz just went through just now. Floor 11 of this dungeon is always a Shao limited zone where you can only use Shao, which is really brutal for so early in the game. Because unless you picked up a bandit slingshot or some other kind of slingshot, like you're gonna have to just make your way through it with just bombs. Which, you know, pretty much every kid who played this as a game remembers, like getting to floor 11 of Divine Beast Cavern being like, oh, I have to use this cat that I haven't used at all. She's so bad. Like, I don't want to use her, you know? And then you freaking, like, play the game more and you're like, okay, actually, she's pretty goated, but why the hell did it make me use her so early? You know, it's just, it is how it is. All right, Matt got a torch 2. So I think we are at just 1 torch for both players. Unless I missed something. Okay, Drained Bone for Kaz. Okay, so it should be 2-1, I think, unless I missed something. And whoever completes Dran's Windmill first can just skip the rest of the Atla, which is very, very nice. Because, you know, as I said, each Atla takes like 5-6 seconds to open, which is a big deal when you're opening a lot. Dran's Windmill for Matt, though. So I think 2-2. Cabin for Kaz, which is nothing. Cabin is not needed. So just Dran's Windmill, Dran's Horn, and Sign for Kaz, and then Dran's Bone, Dran's Horn, and Sign for Matthew. Dran's Horn, 2-3. Another cabin for Kaz. It's kind of funny. Okay. So Matthew only needs 2 more things to complete Dran's Windmill, and if he can complete it, he could just skip everything and just, you know, find the key as quickly as possible, and he could catch up, maybe. It would be possible. But he has to complete Dran's Windmill first, you know. He can't just do that and then try to complete it, because, you know, he'd be skipping Atla. Dran's Windmill for Kaz, 3-3. Yeah. And since you only need 5 things from this half of the dungeon, a lot of times it makes sense to just, like, you know, if you have the Dran's Crest, which you need to exit the level, just skip all the Atla and just go and just hope that you didn't pick up anything, or that you didn't skip anything that you need. But even if you did, like, apparently the way this the RNG in this game works is, like, every floor it regenerates the RNG. So, like, if you skip Atla on one floor and it's something that you needed, you might re-roll it on the next floor. You know, it just kind of like randomly rolls from the pool of Atla every floor. Okay, so yeah, that confirms that Kaz only has 3. He actually went to the Giorama because he wanted to check too. So, okay, now I'm confident. I'm sure we are 3-3 for sure. So we are tied in terms of Atla despite the floor differential. And z3thros is now making his way through Xiao's limited zone. Just using bombs to one-hit KO all the enemies. Dashers are not too hard to complete with Xiao's base slingshot. So you can just kill those with the slingshot and save bombs if you need to. But also they drop Beast Buster, which if we were doing a full game run would be really nice, because you need a ton of beast to upgrade pretty much any slingshot. So not a bad move either to just bomb the Dashers. Although we aren't doing a full game run, so I mean, no need to in this particular race. Yeah, just the Master Jackets and the Dragons are really hard to deal with without bombs. Anything else is not too terribly slow to just use the slingshot on. But Matt got the Drans Crest about halfway through. What is he doing? Why doesn't he just leave? I don't know. Was he looking for Atla? There's no Atla on floor 11 because it's a limited zone. And you can't use Tone, and Tone's the only one who can open Atla because he's the only one with the magical stone on his wrist. So Atla cannot spawn on floor 11. I have like, you know, just AFK'd mentally and just you know, been looking for Atla on floor 11 as well though. Also, Kaz picked up Dran's Bone while I was yapping there. I did mark it down. So we are now 4-3 in terms of Atla. Although, Kaz is also on floor 13, I think? Yeah, 13. So there's this floor, and then there's one more normal floor before the boss floor. So this is around the time part of the dungeon where you're kind of like expecting to have all the Atla, you know? Because there's not much left. Man, those dragons are merciless. FML, oh no. Matthew is having a hard go of it by the sounds of it. We'll see what he means. I hope he doesn't die. That would be real brutal. I don't think he's died yet, actually. Kaz has. Well, Kaz did the intentional, the quote-unquote intentional death. To get rid of goo. Oh yeah, You think it was the Mimic, really? Or just the fact that it was a King Mimic instead of a weapons chest? I mean, I guess that would have been around the time. Like, if so, that's, like, not even bad. Because you're just, like, expecting there to be a King Mimic on, floor 12 and 14. There always is a, Mimic on 12 and 14. I guess I could even tell you that, the monsters that are on each floor are always set. Not the number of monsters, but the kind of monsters. So there's always going to be one King Mimic on floor 12 and 14 because there's only ever one King Mimic. If there could be a number of different mimics, then if there could be a number of different King Mimics, then let me start over. The kind of monster is set. So, like, if there's going to be mimics on a floor, then the number of mimics doesn't matter. It can change from attempt to attempt, but there's always going to be mimics on a certain floor, and there's always going to be Rockanoffs on certain floors, and there's always going to be statues on certain floors. You know, the kind of enemy is static, but the number of each enemy can change. I hope you understand what I meant there. I kind of I flubbed over my words there. I couldn't freaking put it into words, but I feel like hopefully you could have understood what I meant there. Basically, the kind of enemy is set. The number of each enemy can change. That's the bottom line, and that's important to know only really for mimics. I mean, it's nice to know, like, if you're going into floor 13, what to expect, you know. But also, like, you need to know like where the mimics are for sure, because then you can know like whether or not you need to open up chests if you're looking for monsters. Yes, exactly. Certain enemies will always spawn on certain floors, but the amount of them varies. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Okay, Kaz got signed. Kaz is done with Trans Windmill. And I guess the only other thing to say about the enemies is most enemies can spawn multiple except the King Mimic. There's only ever one King. That's the only monster where the number is always set, and it's set at 1. You can get 1 mole and 1 King Mimic. Yeah, you're cooked because you have to like fight mages at that point. Oh, I guess I should also mention, I haven't mentioned this, that there are certain enemies that never drop the key. So you're always looking for a Dran's Crest or a Pointy Chestnut or whatever the gate key happens to be in any given dungeon. And there are some enemies that never drop it. And those are typically the flying enemies. So in this dungeon, it's the cave bats and the ghosts. The enemies that kind of like levitate, I don't know. It was too hard to program them like dropping, the key when they're up in the air or something. I don't know. But like the cave bats and the ghosts in this dungeon never drop them. The witches, the floating witches, and the hornets in Wise Owl Forest never drop them. And those are the only 2 dungeons we're going to be visiting in this run. But there's monsters like that in every dungeon that just never drop it, except Shipwreck, which makes Shipwreck annoying. But you can just skip past those enemies. If you see like a cave bat, you can just be like, all right, I don't need to fight that, which is kind of nice also. All right, so Kaz is now preparing to fight Dran, the guardian spirit of Norun Village, who also happens to be the boss. He's just a big flying griffin, I guess. I don't know. Big, like, bird mammal, winged mammal. I don't know. He's actually kind of hard. He's probably one of the harder bosses in the game. Like, even as, an experienced player, like, he still gives everyone a little bit of trouble. Big flying dog, sure. Yeah, Matthew's still stuck on his dagger +3. At least he has a dagger +3. At least it's not a dagger plus nothing. So he has 3 extra attack than he would. But yeah, he's been getting screwed on weapons. I feel like I still say he's playing great. He really is. Like, he's playing his situation at the best of his ability. He's got his freaking antidote amulet equipped. He's got ice equipped. Like, he's doing the best he can, and he's doing really well. It's just the luck has been brutal. Yeah, he could probably pull it around with Bandit Slingshot. Like, we've still got all of Wise Owl Forest to go through. Or a kitchen knife. Yeah. Base Lard is, like, only marginally better than the dagger. Only a little bit. And kitchen knife is like a little bit worse. Okay, so Kaz is heading to the boss, Divine Beast Dran. And this boss happens to be weak to ice. He doesn't have ice. He didn't opt to buy it, so he's just going to be going in with fire, which I don't think matters too much. I haven't actually. I always just equip ice, so I don't actually know if equipping any other element actually helps or not. But basically, this guy's just a big flying animal of some sort. Dog is fine, big flying dog. And basically you knock him out of the sky with Xiao, with your little cat girl. And then he falls to the ground. And you're trying to knock him down before he can blast you with fireballs. And once he's down on the ground, you hit him with Tone. You hit him with your sword. And that's how you deal damage. You don't deal damage with Xiao. Oh my god, he's going for the first-person shooter strats. He's just styling now. He can lock on. I'm sure he knows he can lock on. He's just going for the first-person shooter style. That's kind of funny. Because he does play first-person shooters on his... I think he speedruns some first-person shooters. But yeah, what you're trying to do is you're trying to hit him once with your regular slash, and then use that regular slash to initiate a jump slash, and then hit him with that, and then just kind of combo back and forth. But it's hard, because like his hitbox is kind of weird. Like, the back of his body has a bigger hitbox than the front of his body, and he moves around like unpredictably. Like, sometimes he goes to the left, sometimes he goes to the right, sometimes he just stays in place, you know, so you can't predict where you're supposed to stand, you know, when you're charging up your attack. He managed to get through it because he had a Shamshir with 2 topazes and a stamina drink, so he didn't need too many hits. So, you know, he made it. But yeah, it's one of those fights where, like, you gotta practice it, like, before each attempt at a speedrun, or else you're just gonna, you know, get screwed over. Like, I've only had, like, a couple of, like, perfect Dran fights in my entire experience playing this game. Like, he's hard, man. He gives everybody trouble. But okay, now we are off to Matataki Village, home of the Wise Owls. Who's watching a YouTube video? Okay, it wasn't me. I don't know, it was probably some tournament organizer. Maybe it was Kaz, I don't know. Yeah, it was Kaz. All right, let's see how Matthew does against Rand. As we also see how Kaz does against Goro. Goro's one of the tougher duels because he's got a diagonal. And you can either do the diagonal with the analog stick, or you can do it with the directional buttons. Either one is tough, because with the analog stick, you gotta nail it, like, right, up, left. If it's slightly off, it doesn't work. And with the directional buttons, you gotta press left and up at the same time. If you press one slightly before the other, that's tough. Oh, okay, so Matthew's going for the bomb strat. That is a doable strat, for sure. We'll see how Kaz does on the duel. Nailed it. Okay. You know, casual speedrun, just casually freaking nails the difficult duel, you know? No big deal. Gets an aquamarine out of it. Would have liked another topaz, but, you know, we'll take an aquamarine, you know? Don't need to be greedy. I guess Matthew doesn't want to mess around with. Honestly, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to do the bomb strat here because all he has is the dagger anyway, and no attack gems or anything. So like, doing the bomb strat makes sense. It is very costly because bombs are like 80 gilda a piece, and they only do 10 damage at a time. But doing the bomb strat, it's not too bad. And now he only probably has to do like I don't know, a couple hits with Tone. I wasn't keeping track of exactly how many bombs he used, but I don't know. He might kill him here, or man, 5 damage with the dagger. Yeah, he definitely had to do the bomb strat. Damn, 15 charges act, really? Yeah, because it's only 5 damage at a time. Yeah, he's gonna be here for a while still. That states is really just because he has nothing but the dagger. There's just nothing he could have done because he just got no weapons besides the dagger. I guess the only thing he could have done to help was like buy some freaking attack attachments from Gaffer's Buggy, but even that would only like add like 2 damage. So he's just kind of like stuck here trying to deal the extra damage he needs. He's probably gonna be here for a while actually. But also we have Casual Speedrun talking to Trent. Actually just looking at him. Just being like, I gotta save this guy. I gotta save this magical talking tree. He's going to Wise Owl Forest. And this is our second dungeon where the eponymous Utan lies. I don't know if I said that word right. Whatever. The word that means like named after. But okay, z3thros finally gets through Dran. Probably handled that as best as he could, honestly. Yeah, used all of his bombs and then tried to hit him with the Jagger. Like, what else can you do? Can Xiao do any damage to Dran? I think you can get her to do like 3 if you have like an amazing slingshot. But usually you're just going to be doing 1. Which is some, yeah. I have actually killed Dran with a slingshot hit before, but only, like he was probably like 1 HP away from dead. And just freaking like I laughed out loud because I killed him with the 1 hit of damage from the slingshot. Wow, Kaz is just styling. He's just like, I gotta make sure to let this owl know who's boss. Oh, okay, we were just moving Gaffer's Buggy closer to the entrance. Make it easier to come back. I see. So, first half of Wise Owl Forest, not too much to talk about. Just you need everything. Because, it literally, pretty much, because, like, the RNG with the Atla here is always programmed to, like, give you the rivers, like, at the very end of, like, let's say that you skip all the Atla on floor 1. You're probably gonna find all the rivers on floor 1. Because it's just the last Atla that you pick up. Like, regardless of which floors you pick up Atla on, it's just gonna be, like, whatever Atla you decide to pick up last are more likely to be rivers. So you just have to pick up everything. Like, there's just no other way to do it, which is sad. Like, Word of Wind did get away with skipping a couple Atla on floor 1, I think, in his world record of this category that he did yesterday. But that's pretty uncommon, from what I understand. I mean, he could tell you more than I could. Did Matthew just ace the duel? I think he missed it by 1. That's a hard one. I mean, another, like a attack gem would have been nice there, but not too huge of a deal. Yeah, it would have been a huge deal if he, like, just flat out failed the duel, because he would have had to leave the area, come back, watch Goro jump up his freaking ladder, jump down his freaking ladder, watch Tone gawk. It would have cost like 2 minutes if he failed that duel, but, you know, he got a clear, you know, not an excellent, but he got a clear, which is very important. Oh, okay, yeah, there's that. You can skip 3. That's a good point. Because, like, even if the 3 that you skip are rivers, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna steal that. Skip 3, exactly 3. And then, like, they're gonna be rivers, but if you pick up the rest anyway, then... yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. For this first half, we're just kind of like racing to pick up all the Atla, mostly. And also, there's a freaking annoying owl that only takes 1 of 3 keys, whichever one he feels like taking. There's 3 different keys. There's the shiny stone. There's the what is it? The freaking berry. I forget the actual name. And then the pointy chestnut. You can only he only accepts 1 of the 3. And oh no, Gaz is good, not the go. He's good. That's really bad. He wants to die probably, and then just instantly revive with his revival powder to get rid of the goo, because he's just moving so slow right now. Good is no good, that's for sure. Good is no good. Looks like he's opting to not even use Tone. He's opting to just kind of go through the floor with Xiao, which is... I don't know, I guess he just really doesn't want to use up his revival powder. We're just improvising. Matthew's still looking for a weapon, besides the dagger +3. Soon to be dagger +4, at least. He's on pace. He's on pace. I don't know. This goo situation may slow Kaz down. And this owl situation. Just like die, owl. Just get out of my way. I'll frickin' just plow through the floor without you. It's funny. He's putting a little humor into his run now. Nobody really likes the owls unless they're nice. I have a love-hate relationship with the owls, honestly. I love them when they're nice, and I hate them when they're mean. But it's easy to just hate them also. Okay, Owl's being a little nice to Matthew. It's good to see. So they're on the same floor now. This goo situation is slowing down Matthew, or not Matthew. It's slowing down Kaz considerably. Yeah, owls especially, like Keapora, Gaebora, Wise Owls. There's probably other examples. But owls in video games are not fun. The goo situation is crazy. Is that a meme? I don't know. I'm not up to date on the memes. You think they are a hoot. Very nice. Nicely done. Blathers is cool. Who? A what? Oh yeah, he says a what? Who is the frickin' barista owl from I think the DS one and on? The frickin' coffee shop owner owl. Yeah, it is kind of close still. They are on similar floors. Oh, he's a pigeon? Really? Why does it say who if he's a pigeon? Why is that his thing? Do pigeons say who? I didn't know pigeons said who. Oh, he says cool. Okay, sure. It's been a while since I've played any Animal Crossing games. Okay. Does that mean, like, when you get to, like, Dark Heaven Castle, it'd be, like, 6 keys? I mean, at that point, it's also just, like, you gotta kill everything. Because, like, 6 keys, like, there might only be 6 enemies that can drop keys. Because of the flying enemies. The bot is dead. no more bot. Sad. Beep boop. Utan percent is a race to Utan, the second boss of the game. Beep boop. Yeah, not a lot to say here. Like this half of the dungeon is just, you gotta get everything. You practically have to kill everything. I mean, we're just kind of still waiting for Matthew to pick up a weapon. Or something to be excited about. Well, I already used my trivia on. I guess there's more people watching this time. All right, I'll break out my Umadakara trivia again. There's a fishing minigame in this game where you can catch different kinds of fish. And one of the fish is called Umadakara. And Uma means horse, and Dakara means because. So when you catch the fish, it looks like a horse. And you're like, what? Why does it look like a horse? And the name answers it for you. Because it's a horse. Why do you catch it with a carrot? Because it's a horse. Now, why is it a horse? Now you're asking too many questions. Now you're thinking too hard. No, it's a horse. Umadakara, because it's a horse. I feel like that is something that the English-speaking community does not know about, but I'm spreading the knowledge that that is what the name means. And I think actually in Rogue Galaxy, there is an Umadakara also. Like there's a bug catching minigame in Rogue Galaxy where you catch bugs and you like train them like Pokemon and have them fight other bugs. And they translated Umadakara to "it's a horse," I think, in that game. And then there's like you can upgrade it to like it's a cow or it's a whatever else. No. So you're asking too many questions. Now you're thinking too hard. No, it's the answer to all those questions is because it's a horse. Because. Just because. There's no more logic to it. No, it's a horse. Just trust. It's a horse. Trust, fan. It's a horse. You got trolled by a big chest. Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, I guess another piece of trivia. Wise Owl in the original was called the white-bearded owl. The Shirohige no Fukuro. And they localized the name to Wise Owl because, like, white-bearded owl sounds lame. Which I agree. It does. Kaz is being kind of casual about this whole affair. He's just, like, really low on health. He has no revival powders equipped. He's playing with fire right now. Like, he has the lead right now, but that could sink away if he decides to die a couple times. So he's got to be more careful here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can always avoid dying in this game. Like, just buy more revival powders, or just, like, be more careful, you know? Like, if you die, it's because you're being careless, you know? You can break your weapon, like, just due to BS, for sure. Like, if an enemy decides to guard, and, like, you're not ready for it, you can just go from, like, 100 to 0 on your weapon hit points, but deaths are usually avoidable. Except, like, the very first half of the first dungeon, when you don't even have revival powders yet. There's Mondays, too. Dev Team might have also hated Mondays, it's hard to say. They might have been Garfield fans. Did Garfield hate owls, too? Is that why he made it this way? Did he just want to, like, slander the name of owls? Because he was jealous as a cat? As an orange cat? Still no slingshots for anybody. I feel like this is similar to, what was it? Chrissy versus Curie, the other one I commentated. Where, like, there were just no slingshots to be found anywhere. Which is always feels bad moment. Also, Matthew is on Xiao's limited zone right now. Has already raced past it while I was BS talking about something. I don't even remember. But yeah, the limited zones, the character limited zones are always the same. So floor 4 of Wisel Forest is always going to be a Xiao limited zone. Same with floor 11 of Divine Beast Cavern, and then we're going to get a new party member named Goro, and his limited zone is floor 12, I think. I think that's right. So the limited zones you can plan for. Well, the character limited zones. The weapon limited zones, and there's also, like, thirst limited zones, where, like, you just get thirsty faster. And if you look at the top left corner of your screen, you'll see a thirst meter. And you need to be drinking water. You need to be staying hydrated throughout the course of your speedrun, or else you start losing health. It's very similar to real life, you know. If you're just chugging down Diet Coke all day, you know, and you're not hydrating, then your health is going to get worse. It's a real metaphor for life. Also, something that I need to learn from. A lesson to be learned from Dark Cloud. Absolutely. You need to stay hydrated, or else your health will take a hit. A weapon. A weapon. What weapon? Who, what, why, when? Matthew got small. That's a good weapon. Okay. Small sword is a really, really good weapon. Like, dang. Okay, he's set now. He might be able to catch up. Like, if casual speedrun gets too casual about this, Matthew might be able to turn this around with a small sword. Like, he can't be going first person and sniping owls too much. Or else, Matthew might just turn this around. Yeah, small sword is like, I think it has like 20 something attack. It's probably, it definitely is better than the Shamshir. It definitely is. Like, Shamshir is tier 2. Small sword, I think, is probably tier 3. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's gonna take his gems off for the elements. And then, what are we doing? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it has 20 attack. That's a good weapon. That's real good. That's a real lucky find. He will absolutely work with that. What about the Buster Sword? I think that's good too. I feel like that's the same tier. I feel like that's about as good. And it's probably a little bit better because it has a longer reach. So you can hit those annoying weekdays better. Those annoying little pockles. Yeah, I don't know. They buffed small sword for this game. What can I say? Oh, you did? You should have. You definitely should have equipped that. If you didn't, I assume you probably did. But yeah, like anything you can get from a clown. Well, anything unique that you can get from a clown is like better than anything you can pick up in just a random chest. I should probably figure out a way to do that on my stream, actually. It's just, it doesn't really make a sound, so it wouldn't make a really good Twitch alert. Like, it's just a, like, text box that pops up and be like, your thirst has reached its limit, or something. I don't know. If it, maybe just, like, have a freaking, like freaking Microsoft Sam. Just read it out. Thirst has reached its limit. Health is beginning to deteriorate. Or something like that. That might be funny. Yeah, I guess the reason it's probably not in the route is because it's like stuff from clowns is like unusual and it's rare. But if you do get it, it's definitely worth keeping. That would be good, yeah. We've got ideas for new stream donation goals or whatever. Well, no, it'd have to be it'd have to go down. Like, you wouldn't be able to redeem it unless it was like empty. Because also you can't give your characters water in this game if their thirst is already full. I don't think, or can you? Uh-oh. If you can, then that might be a dangerous proposition. I've never tried, actually. I kind of just give them enough water to fill it up, and then that's it. You can't? Okay. Well, then, yeah. Then, yeah. Yeah, this game does also encourage people to have bad hydration habits. Like, if my thirst is low, I'll just eat some chicken, and that'll be good enough. I don't need to drink water. As long as I've got some chicken or some cheese or some bread. Too bad pizza's not in the game, or else that'd literally be me. And like Diet Coke is an item, and it decreases your health meter. I guess, yeah, you could do that. A chicken pizza. Just no sauce. No sauce on your chicken pizza. Matthew's hydrating, and he's eating, you know, he's making sure his health is up. Take notes, everybody. Take notes. All you gamers out there. Gotta stay hydrated, and you gotta eat. Alright, so we're finally getting into the rivers on Kaz's side. He's got 2 rivers, I think. He might have more, I don't know. I haven't been watching, but he'll let us know when he has all the rivers. He's just getting everything. A third Shamshir for Kaz. You know, there's no kill like overkill when you got a weapon as good as a Shamshir. Kaz has made it to floor 8. And floor 8 is the last normal floor. After that's going to be the killer snake floor. Which is going to take a while to get through, because we got to do a bunch of story events and stuff. All right, Kaz has all the rivers he needs. We'll see if he has Cacao's house. Besides the rivers, all you need is to complete Cacao's house. And the only unique things in his house are the house itself and Cacao himself. Everything else has multiples, so pretty easy to get. And then you need to pick up Mushroom House and Annie also. And that's for later, because there's 3 elements of Mushroom House that you can only pick up in the second half. But you do need to complete Mushroom House in order to get a Moongrass Seed that you need to get to Utan. But we're completing the rivers to revive Trent, the magical talking tree. And Kaz has extra rivers to spare, so he can afford to be a little casual about it. I really started something by mentioning pizza. Now everyone's just hankering for some pizza. Aw, too bad. Tomorrow, in the morning, make sure you get some chicken pizza or something with no sauce. The perfect dark cloud pizza. Yeah, just don't put any poison apples on it. That would not be good. Gooey peaches are fine if you don't mind being gooed. Alright, so Kaz has revived the Trent tree with its buggy ant-like eyes. I guess it's more like snail-like eyes. And this tree is going to talk to us and let us know that the only way to defeat the Killer Snake is with the Serpent Sword that has been passed down throughout the family of trees, I guess. And he gives it to you by sneezing on you. which is kind of rude, but, you know, it's a magical tree. We don't ask questions. It's a magical sneeze also, you know, no risk of catching his cold or anything like that. It's a magical sneeze. Well, if he sneezed it into tone, I mean, he might be dead. Sorry to break it to you, but that might be rip. Alright, and Kaz is opting to do the werewolf duel. Maybe he'll get a third topaz. You never know. He did. 3 Shamshears, 3 topazes. The luck in this run is too much. Serpent Sword is better than Shamshear, though. Wait, what happened to his third topaz? Oh, is that on his other Shamshear? I don't know. Like, even I've lost track. Absolutely. Right, the Killer Snake duel is, it's got a lot of buttons, which makes it hard. And, the buttons don't really line up with the music. They line up with the actions. So you kind of just have to know when to press it. Kind of have to, like, learn the rhythm in your head and disregard the music, which is kind of hard. But he managed to do it. He managed to get an excellent... He's excellent at every single duel so far. Gets a ruby for his effort. Yeah, a lot of people struggle with the longer duels. The even the Moonship one at the end of Sun and Moon Temple is kind of hard, but you can like the rhythm for that one is like actually really easy to learn. It's just like da 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 da, and as long as you like remember the rhythm of that, it's easy. But like if you're doing it for the first time, it can be pretty challenging. Wow, did Kaz really box himself out of Goro? Looks like he did. I didn't even know you could do that. He boxed himself out of Goro by putting the rivers too close to the entrance. That's wild. z3thros is also opting to do the werewolf duel. You can skip that duel if you switch to Xiao before you walk in the level. But both of these runners are feeling like the gem is worth it. And z3thros gets a Peridot for his efforts, which is really, really good. That is an attack gem with Holy. And Beast and Plant. All things that you really want. Even if you're not planning on building up your weapon, just like Beast and Plant. There's lots of beasts in this dungeon. There's lots of plants in this dungeon. Can he ace the Killer Snake duel? No, he cannot. But he should still be able to clear it. Yeah, he only missed it by 1, too, which is pretty good. Time for our, I don't know, like third shopping trip of the run or something. Find some more trans feathers, filling up on bombs. And we're going to need those bombs for Goro's floor. And even just for the basic enemies, because there's moles that are really hard to deal with if all you have is a toned weapon. They're not too bad with a slingshot, but with just a sword, like, they're really annoying to deal with. You pretty much just have to, like, jump slash them, like, when they're jumping at you, and, like, use your invincibility frames while you're jump slashing to hit them back. But also, if you bomb them, they die. The timing, even with that, is a little tricky, but very doable still. So that's the preferred method. If you don't have a slingshot. And even if you do have a slingshot, they drop Beast, which you need a lot of. So I feel like it's always better to just bomb the moles if you're doing a full game run. In an Utan percent run, it's debatable which way is better, the slingshot or the bomb. Yeah, switching to the Serpent Sword for the rest of the dungeon. It is stronger, so logical. Oh yes, and for this half of the dungeon, I do need to actually be watching the Atla, because there's only 3 we need. And I did mention it earlier, but we need the Mushroom House. And to complete the Mushroom House, we need Ro, who's Annie's husband. And we need the balcony, and we need the second floor. But only those 3. Everything else we can ignore. So, definitely a good play to just, you know, if you can leave the dungeon without picking up all the Atla, to do so. And to, you know, just hope that the Atla that you do run into that you have to collect are one of those 3, essentially. And as soon as you get those 3, you're done. You just try to find whatever the owl wants and just go. But the Atla is very important for this half of the dungeon, so I will be paying close attention. See who gets those 3 the fastest. It does matter. I don't think there's a tiebreaker this time. Didn't seem like. We're just going until somebody defeats Utan. If there were a tiebreaker, it would matter even more what their Atla were. Because I think we decided that we're doing points, and like each floor is a point and each Atla is a point. But also, they're both in the second half before 2 hours. So I feel like we'll be getting to Utan like well before the 2:30 mark. Or at least definitely well before the like 3-hour mark. Like at that point, it would probably be like, let's break out the tiebreaker. But I don't think we'll be getting there. Like I feel like at most it'll take like 45 minutes to get through this second half. Yeah, this tournament was a great idea. You guys had a you made a good call with this tournament for sure. I guess as a reminder, we are currently playing the lower bracket round 1. This is like the bottommost seed where like normally you would have to win 6 games from this position, but these two have to win 7 because they were seeded lower. So whoever wins this will still have to win 6 more games in order to win the tournament. So a lot on the line. It is elimination. So if Matthew can pull back into this somehow, he definitely is want to do so. Seth got row. Okay, I was yapping. I didn't see. Thank you. Okay, gotta pay attention. Yeah, there's like probably, let's see, 8 times what? 7, I think? It's a little less than that. Something in the area of like 50 Atla in this half of the dungeon, and only 3 of them you need, so the chance of any individual Atla being something you need is very, very low, but, you know, it's like winning the lottery if you get all 3 early enough. Yeah, no, Matthew's been playing really, really well, I have to say. Like, even before he got a weapon, he was playing well, and now that he has a weapon, he's just cruising. It would be... Oh, they're on the same floor, actually. It would be really crazy if Matthew came back into this just through sheer execution and, I don't know, better owl luck. Better Atla luck. I would kind of hate it because I want Casual to proceed just because, you know, I kind of know him. But, you know, my bias aside, it would be good content if Matthew came back into this somehow. And not even somehow, like, the path is available to him. He's on the same floor. He just needs to pick up the 3 Atla he needs faster, and then just go, and then just beat Utan. Absolutely. Still nothing for Kaz. Just row for Matthew still. Yeah, meanwhile, word got sub 2 hours yesterday. Okay, Kaz, I don't know, he saved a couple seconds by having the owl accept the first thing he gave him, So he is now on to floor 12. But Matthew's right behind. I guess he probably got a little unlucky with the owl, and now he has to freaking go over and open the mustache key door, which is a feels bad moment. Or does he already have the owl door open? Not sure. Probably not. Like, I don't. It probably wouldn't be worth it to do all this just for some more Atla. I mean, it definitely wouldn't, because you only need 3. And Kai is not one of them. Yeah, he must not have the chestnut or something. Kaz is on Goro's limited zone, and this one can go very quickly if you are fortunate. Kaz is hoping for that. He's got the berry. He's racing to the owl. Oh, he's got all 3, actually. That was really quick, even just getting all 3. Like, I just kind of look away, I look back, and he's done. So Kaz is now onto floor 13, and z3thros is now entering floor 12. The limited zone. See how it goes for him. A really quick one would be huge if he wants to come back into this, which I'm sure he does. Not too quick so far. Looks like he doesn't even have a... I don't think he's even found, like, an enemy to get a key from. All he's found is hornets and witches, which do not drop them unless there's literally no room for any other enemy to have them. Which is very, 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 very rare. Like, it would literally have to be a, like, 1 king mimic and 1 mole, specifically, for that to be true. Bandit slingshot for Matthew. Okay, hold on. Okay, what does that change? I feel like he probably just wants to equip that, and then he can just... You know, I don't know if he'll be able to, like, one-hit everything, but... like, still, the slingshot is better, because you can just run into a room, just frickin' target something, AAA, and then frickin' it's dead, and then you target the next thing, AAA. It might be helpful. It is that he would have liked it a lot earlier instead of 2 hours and 10 minutes into this run, but we'll see how much faster it makes things. I may have missed some, but I don't think Kaz has any Atla he needs yet. I've definitely not seen any. Looks like he's almost done with this floor, though. And yeah, Matthew is taking off his gems from the Serpent Sword. And what the heck is he doing? Oh, I see what he's... okay. Yeah, he's status breaking his dagger. So he can put 60% of its ability onto Bandit Slingshot. Yeah, I mean, I guess. You may as well. It's just, I saw him equipping the dagger, and I was just like, wait, why is he even thinking about the dagger at this point? You know, because it's just, I don't know. I'm not used to actually having a dagger leveled up. It would be even faster if he would equip fire. But, you know, it's looking, yeah, it probably will pay off a little bit. Will it be enough for him to catch up at this point? That remains to be seen. Oh, casual has row? Okay. 1-1. The synced up Atla opening is pretty nice to look at. I don't know. Just going head to head. Okay, he will absorb the... Yeah, that makes sense. Absorb the Peridot and the Sid Sphere, so he can stuff more stuff on his slingshot. I still have not seen Kaz get a single Atla he needs. Like, I know he got row at some point. I'm just saying, I've been watching a bunch of his Atla openings and I have not seen one. So, kind of feels unfortunate and unlucky in all those onwards. Just from the look of it. So I don't know, if Matthew can pick up some more, that would be his ticket to catching up. Beep Boop Dark Cloud is a roguelike for PS2, where you randomly generate dungeons and you traverse them in search of Atla to save the world. Beep Boop. The boss down, so I gotta beat the bot. Yeah, this game's a fun speedrun game for sure. Very nostalgic game, also. Someone's out of repair powders? Is it Matthew? Oh, it must be Kaz, because he just left. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Especially if you don't have Bandit. That's a good thing about having Bandit, is that you can steal repair powders. So you pretty much never have to leave the dungeon if you have Bandit Slingshot. That's one thing that especially makes it, like, the goated weapon of the run. Oh, Matthew's out of repair powders? Oh yeah, Kaz has a bunch. And Matthew's going for it. He's not even stopping to restock. Based. He's risking it. Oh, never mind. He meant to leave. Okay. All right. Honestly, like, continuing to go, like, you have a slingshot, so, like, your weapon hit points are not that big of a deal. Like, obviously, you don't want to run out of weapon hit points, but, like, you're, like, each pellet shot only takes, like, 1 or 2 weapon hit points. He was at 1 on Bandit? Oh, okay. I stand corrected. I'm not watching at all. I'm just talking. I may as well not be watching the stream at all. I'm just looking at pretty colors. Did he buy reliable or repair powders? Like I said, I'm not watching at all. If the stream is right in front of me and I can see both streams at once, so I should be watching something at least. But no, I'm not watching anything. Okay, you bought 5. I mean, he probably could have bought more. But I don't know, 5 will probably be enough. Just for, what, like 3 more levels? I mean, Casual's gotta run into the Atla he needs at some point soon. There's only 2 more levels for him. So, like, he's running out of Atla to, you know, collect. Second floor for Matthew. 1, 2. If Matthew can get balcony soon, he'll be able to skip all the Atla. Still nothing for Kaz, just row. And it's always such a freaking, like, letdown when you get roof when you're looking for row. Not that he is, but, like, when you're looking for row and you get roof, it's like, oh, row, no, it's roof. I've had that moment so much. Because if you only look at half of the word, it's what you need. It's just got 2 extra letters. A couple double key drop. Syncing up with the owls. If you just looked at that clip right there, you would think Matthew was in the lead because the owl flew away 1 frame faster. But he's a full floor behind. I mean, they're on the same floor, but Kaz is just collecting Atla. So he'll be out of here soon. Balcony for Kaz. 2-2. Yeah, I guess that is the play. Like, for sure. Like, skipping the rest of the Atlas on floor 14. Like, he could just re-roll Balcony on 15 or 16, and then he'd be done. So absolutely the right play. It's good that he thought of it, but it's absolutely the right play. Kaz needs second floor. Matthew needs balcony. Kaz is one floor ahead, though. So, I mean, he's gonna get it soon. Like, he's gonna get it this floor for sure. It's just how many Atlas is he gonna need to open to get it? Will it be all of them? Kaz is freaking me out with his low health all the time. I mean, he does have revival powders. He's probably got a decent stock of them, too. So, not a big deal. I guess he's probably out of healing items. Second floor, Kaz is done. Just needs to get to Utan. So, I mean, barring some, like... Well, I guess, like, it could take him forever to get the key on this level, and then Matthew could, like, just pick up balcony on floor 16 and just find the exits or something. So there's still a way, but for all intensive purposes, Kaz should have the edge here. Yes, I said intensive purposes, because I'm lame. So we're just going to build Mushroom House. And that gives you the Moongrass Seed, which you need to enter Utan. And I guess the other factor is, does he have a Sundew? Several runners in this tournament have made the mistake of selling their Sundew. I haven't been watching. So, if he has a Sundew, he's good, and he doesn't sell it. But if not, he's going to need to make sure that he goes to the second floor of Mushroom House and grabs the Sundew that just is there in a chest. I'm not sure if he has one or not. But I'm sure he's on top of it. Like, I feel like he might have been one of the people that sold their Sundew. There's been multiple. There's been several people that have just sold all their Sundews and then just been like, wait, I don't have a Sundew when they get to Utan. So probably he knows. And like, either he was one of the people who did that or he heard about people who did that and knows not to go in without a Sundew. Yeah, Matthew is not having the floor he needs here. I've been watching, and he has not picked up balcony. Still no balcony. I think he probably, he would have to go back to the floor he skipped and check it from there. That's a feels bad moment. So all that's left for Kaz to do here is buy 30 bombs and then use those bombs to defeat Utan. If only you could do that, Matthew. If only you could just plop down the Sundew without the seed. Then he would be able to win. Then he would absolutely be able to make a comeback here, but unfortunately the game does not work like that. It makes you get all the Atla. I hope Kaz has enough bombs. He didn't really put too much effort into counting, it didn't seem like. And he bought like some bread and some water. I mean, if he doesn't have enough bombs, that would be Matthew's ticket back in. He needs 30. More if he misses some. Which Utan, sometimes he just dances. Okay. Matthew got balcony. So now he's off to Utan. Well, first he's off to make Mushroom House. And then after that he can head to Utan. This is still gonna be pretty close, probably within like 5 minutes for both players. Alright, we are at Utan with Kaz. Question is, does he have enough bombs? Okay, he throws his solo bomb. Okay, and we're going for the triple stack? No, we're going for the double stack with a revive, just in case. Yeah, that's the stuff that Utan does, where it's just like, why are you zipping across the freaking battlefield, dude? Like, it's just so annoying. All you want to do is just stun lock him in place, and sometimes he just freaking does stuff that makes 0 sense. I hate that about this fight. It looks like he does have enough bombs, I think. Yeah, he does. He's good. He's good. All right, so we should be ending the timer here once we get through all of these bombs. And time. The winner is Kaz. Casual speedrun moves on. Good game. Like I said, very close. Like, Matthew is on his way to Utan too, and he played well. It really did come down to the freaking the weapons, I feel like. Sub 230. Not too bad. Not too shabby. All right, so I guess may as well do the post-game interview. Well, I don't know if we want to wait for Matthew to finish, because he's about to finish. He's like almost done. Yeah, I'm there with you too, Word. I feel he played really, really well. Okay. I mean, I think I'm not sure if I have to do something or if Speed Gaming already sent you like a invitation, or I don't know. I don't know how it works. But you can just hop in whenever. Looks like he's in the setup room, so he's on his way. Yeah, you can just click on air, like whenever you want. The setup is just so you can test your mic. Hey, Kaz, congratulations! Congratulations on your victory. How's it feel? How's it feel to take this one? Muted. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe he's having trouble with his mic. Okay. He needs a second. But Matthew's about to finish here too. He's
Okay, I'm in. Go Sonic.
Yo! Congratulations.
Thank you. Let's go z3thros strong finish.
Yeah, he's about to take the monkey out.
Yeah, show that Simeon who's boss.
Absolutely. I think it'll... Well, I think I have to hit done first for it to send you the invite, and you're not quite done on the screen yet. Okay, now the race is over. Officially.
Congrats, z3thros.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, you got like, what, 3 Shamshears and 3 Topazes?
Yeah,
I did.
I was getting trolled with the last monster keys, but I did get pretty lucky getting a Shamshear early, Trans Feather early.
Hey, at least you didn't get trolled for an entire dungeon and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
GG,
pretty much.
z3thros.
I feel like you played really well too, Matthew. It's just the freaking triple Shamshear with the triple Topaz.
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
Were you on
Not a
PS2
single
or
weapon.
emulator?
I'm on emulator right now.
Oh, okay.
So, any vibes? Like, how did it feel during the race?
I don't want to get into it. The trolling, man.
The trolling? Were you getting frustrated?
Especially when I got the freaking clown. Or the jester, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, and like it could have been a good weapon, but instead it was nothing.
Gave me water.
Yeah. That is really frustrating. Yeah, and especially because this was an elimination match. So, I mean... like I said, though, I feel like you played, like, really, really well. So, I mean, you know, a good showing. Absolutely. It's just, you lost by, what, 3 minutes? I mean, that's nothing to be ashamed of, absolutely.
That's pretty close in a run like this, for sure.
Yeah.
Sad thing is I'm only like a minute off my PB too, and this is probably the worst RNG run I've had. So.
Yeah. it's I don't know. I mean, if we might do another one of these races or one of these tournaments someday. So I mean, if you
Dia percent?
Saya percent, yeah, maybe, or full game percent. I don't
Oh,
know. People
God.
were talking about that earlier today, like in the chat. People were like, "How about a full game tournament?" I was like, "Really?"
Maybe if it's any
I mean, I'd be
percent.
down, but I don't know if we'd be able to find like even 4 people willing to do that.
Yeah.
I'd
I
be
might
down
be-
for 0%, but definitely not anything beyond that.
Yeah,
If we did full game, town percent might even be a better vibe, just because Broken Dagger might, help bridge the gaps in RNG for weapons and stuff. Money,
yeah,
etc.
yeah. That would like even the playing field for sure, and just kind of make it more skill based. I just don't like that run personally, but I mean, for a race, it might be good.
Yeah, it's one of those legacy categories. I remember when I first looked at the leaderboard ages ago. I just recently actually learned the run for this tournament, but I remember looking at the leaderboard ages ago and seeing town percent and being like, oh, cool, so we have to make the towns 100% requirement. And no, that's not what it is.
Yeah,
That's not what it is. It's just, it's literally just any percent, but you have to
With the
finish the
Broken
minimum
Dagger glitch.
requirement, and you can use the Broken Dagger glitch. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like no major glitches would be a better name for that category, because you're not deriving any items from the glitched menu, just the Broken Dagger. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably never going to change that, which is fine.
yeah, because it's like just been that way forever, and like
Yeah,
we don't want to disrespect the people who came
Yeah.
before.
exactly. Gotta respect the ones who came before.
Yeah. But so you're gonna be facing Ryushan next. How do you feel about
Right
that,
on.
Chep?
I'm excited. I've been like Ryushan. I've seen do this game for a long time. So I'm definitely gonna have to play my best and stay focused. Ryushan's definitely a strong Dark Cloud gamer, so I'm excited for the challenge.
Absolutely. That's gonna be an exciting one for sure. I don't know. Anything else to say?
Shout out Dark Cloud community for putting this on, and you, Sonic, for commentating today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. And,
Sorry,
I don't know,
accidentally.
thanks to you guys for the exciting gameplay. Wound
Yeah,
up
of
being really
course.
close in the end, which is always good to see.
Sorry, I like blasted you guys with the echoing because I couldn't help it. I wanted to listen to the commentary for a minute, and then I realized, oh no, they can hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I think it was very very short. I don't think anyone like died of loud noises or anything. So
Yeah.
we're good.
The fixed
Not
seed
loud.
might not be a bad idea if we were doing full game. Fixed seed would be pretty cool. Bandit
Yeah.
slingshot on the first chow floor, something like that.
Yeah, I'd be willing to try it for sure. Like, just see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, right on. GG's Z3thros.
Oh yeah, and
Jeez.
I guess where can we follow you guys?
You can go first, Casual, since you won.
Okay. I'm at twitch.tv/casualspeedrun.
And you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/z3thros or on YouTube under z3thros speedruns.
Very good, very good. Follow these guys. I'm sure they are not done with Dark Cloud. They're ready for some vengeance. So
Yeah, maybe next tournament, and definitely we'll go into this a lot more prepared, considering my first match I practiced null.
yeah, I mean, hats off to you for still, sticking with it and finish it out. And it seemed like did you practice a lot more for this one? It kind of seemed like.
Yeah, I've did like 7 runs. My PB is at 231, I think, right now.
Right on.
Not bad, not bad.
I had a run on Thursday that would have been a 225 if I didn't choke on Utan twice.
Yeah, I've been
Oh.
camping in your chat lately when you're doing the runs. I'm respecting the grind.
Yeah. I figured after the embarrassment of my first match, I'm like, I should probably get a few runs in.
Well, it definitely paid off. Like, yeah, like early on, I was just like, no, he's doing everything right. It's just he's getting screwed. So
I still can't believe I lost the first one by 10 seconds because I sold my Sundew.
I can't either. I was so pulling for you in that one. I was like, I really want to play Kaz, and freaking 10-second difference. Bruh.
Yeah, we got another match tomorrow, right?
No. So the next match is going to be me versus Stacka on
Okay.
Friday.
Okay. Right
So, yeah, that'll be the next leg of this tournament. Not sure beyond that, but I guess the next one will be you versus Ryushan.
Okay.
After that. So, gotta
Right on.
figure out when that'll be happening still.
I'll be out of town this weekend and Friday, but good luck to you, Sonic.
Absolutely. Thank
And
you
good
for
luck,
that.
Stacka.
I'll do my best.
And good luck, guys. Thank you for having me. I am officially